So guys, this is the final section of this divide. We're now on the outside back on Lamaha Street, so we can continue beyond Parade Street. We were just on the divide, that is the embankment. We saw that pagoda, which seems to be a monument to the Chinese. Here in Georgetown, this is Waterloo Street. Alright, that's Waterloo Street. And if you go down that street, you'll get to Promenade Gardens, which is another green space in the city, like the Botanical Gardens, where they have a lot of horticulture on display. But I came here specifically to check out what's happening at this end, beyond Parade Street. So that's the GRA parking lot now that is being utilized by the Guyana Revenue Authority. That is the walkway and parking lot is now, this part of it at least, is now part of the Guyana Revenue Authority operations here in Georgetown. This is Parade Street in Kingston. If you go up the street, you're going to run into the end of the street. That's the police officers training compound, and St. Joseph's Mercy Hospital is also on this street. We're back on Lamaha Street. Let's see what's happening with this end of the embankment. This end of the embankment is still being utilized as a workshop. Right, that's a workshop for the Public Works Ministry. This is Lamaha Street. This is a nice primary school, private school, and coming up to Carmichael Street. But this building used to be the train station. So there was once a train that used the train line, that is the embankment, and this was a train station where you'd come to board the train, to purchase your ticket and to board the train. And I heard that they were demolishing this building with some plans to build something else on the divide, and that is mainly why I came down here to take a look at it. And what I find, okay, so this was, yes, they have started demolishing. So the demolition started. But it's not clear to me yet what they plan to build. So yes, they are demolishing this Transport and Harbours building. This, what was once a platform for the trains, right? That used to stand on that section of the platform to board the trains, and the train ran in the second arch, so the train would pass through that second arch, come to rest. So I think this is a historical building, and at least it should be preserved in print, in pictures. So I'm happy to be here to catch it before they demolish it. But they've already started demolishing before, so this part of the train station where there was once a building has already been demolished, and they've built something else there. They've also built that new building that's actually new on the embankment. So I heard that they were planning to demolish that building, and that's why I came here, so that I could capture what they planned to do. And so all of this section, as you can see the arch, this section used to be part of the train station, and I guess they parked the trains at this end because this was the end of the train line. And I understand they're demolishing this structure. Right, they're demolishing this structure. And I think it ought to be preserved in photographs and video, which is one of the reasons why I'm down here. This used to be Presley's studio. There was a fire in this compound, this yard, that destroyed the buildings. And it's about 10 years ago, and those buildings have not yet been rebuilt. The building with the green roof, that is the Ministry of Finance, and they have a parking lot on the other side of High Street and Main Street. This intersection with Lamaha Street. To the south, it's called Main Street. So that's Main Street to the south. The Prime Minister's residence and the President's residence are both, the official residence are both on Main Street. They have a entrance on Main Street. And that's Ministry of Finance. But on this side, what you have is High Street. So this becomes, Main Street becomes High Street. And at the top of High Street, at the end of High Street, that's the Pegasus Hotel. And this is the end of the Lamaha Street embankment. It ends in a parking lot for the Ministry of Finance. Right, this is the parking lot of the Ministry of Finance. This was the first parking lot, the first use of the Lamaha Street embankment, and I suppose why they decided to turn the entire embankment into a parking lot. This is the end. Right beyond that building is Water Street. So this is the end of Lamaha Street embankment, and this is the remnants of the train station. So this, guys, is history being demolished. They've put paving stones, as you can see. They've replaced the surface with pavement, right? They've replaced the surface with pavement. And this building, I understand, is going to be demolished. This used to be part of the old train station. And this is why we're here, to capture what's happening at this end of the building. The development in Georgetown is eventually going to take away a lot of the history, and we want to capture some of this history before it all goes away. This is the train station in Georgetown, the old train station, where you caught the train to ride all the way up the coast on the train line. And this is where the pass-through for the old building was. A old train station had a pass-through. Right, they've now paved the surface with these beautiful concrete paving, well, not stones in this case, but slabs of concrete. And there's clearly some construction going on. They've got some heavy equipment stored in this building. So this is now the Transport and Harbours and the workshop for the Public Works Ministry. They're doing some work, clearly some demolition as well as some construction on this section of the old train line, and that's what they've completed so far. That's what's up, guys. That's what's happening here in Georgetown, Guyana. If you like this content, subscribe. Please subscribe. Encourage your friends and family to subscribe. Share this video. Give us a like. Tell people around the world what's happening here in Georgetown, Guyana, one of the fastest growing countries, economies in the world, and it's being transformed at lightning speed into what we do not know yet, but this is where we are now. Later!